What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a monthly manifestation for the sign of Pisces, the month of February. Okay, Pisces, you guys are second on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So I really want to give a shout out to you guys, Pisces. Um, you guys had literally the most views since I have put out the monthly manifestation so far. Okay. So really appreciate y'all's patronage. Hopefully this reading has been useful to you in the sense of just 1 month out. But I did these readings before in 2022. They were kind of spotty, and I kind of laid off of them because it wasn't really a lot of views on it. Um, and so I'm glad Universe told me to come on and bring these back and just revamp them. So hopefully you guys experience a really good January to start you off with. And so we're leading into February with the following dates. Okay, so because I figure you guys pretty much get the gist of these readings now, since you guys watch them the most. So, new moon energy is coming up on the 9th. Okay. By that time, it should feel like a date of completion for everyone in a way, in the sense of whatever you've decided to do in January, it is now kind of set for you to start transitioning into getting it done. So you've made your final decision of what it is you're going to achieve. And so now you're pressing forward, okay, in February. Come the first quarter moon, which is the 16th, again, that is your halfway point of checking on your progress of where things are, okay. Possibly a situation of someone maybe tasking something to you, and you just worry about that, okay. As much as you want to be helpful and maybe trying to get something sped up, just your portion just needs to be worked on, okay. Let the others do what they do, and you just focus on you, okay. Unless someone comes to you and says, hey, I could really use your help on this, because I haven't been able to, really get any response from someone or something like that. So maybe you can assist them. But for the most part, I feel like it's a need for people to do what they are tasked to do. Okay, that includes you. Okay, because you may need to put your attention or focus on something else, other than helping another person out. Okay, so just kind of consider that. Um, with that being said, the 16th is just that first quarter period. So you can, have things kind of still moving around in that time frame, but you could be finished early or sooner than later. Come the 24th, which is full moon energy, you should have acquired what it is that you needed to accomplish. If it's not the main goal, it's just a piece to getting to the main goal. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to say by the end of February, I'm going to say somewhere in March, you may end up acquiring whatever it is, like one of the things that you wanted to get really done in the year. Or it's going to be like a 3 to 6 month time period before the finalization is near. Okay. So, and around the 24th, make sure you're protecting that idea or whatever it is you're working on, and focus on who you want to still be tied to you in a particular project. Okay. Don't really communicate with those who you don't want being a part of it. Just focus on those who you do want. Okay. So, also for the month of February, we're trying to really focus on what you desire to accomplish the most. A task or a goal will be ready for the next phase on your agenda. A few of you may need to find the inner strength to input something at the last minute, but I think your inner strength is mostly focused on only doing what you are responsible for, not what others are responsible for, okay? In hindsight, Pisces, that will then kind of make someone who is maybe at a hierarchy think that you're behind all of it. If you're doing everything and taking tasks away from other people, it then puts a spotlight on you. Not that you're not a team player. That definitely is there, but it could kind of throw some people off in the sense of you wanting to do everything. Okay. Again, I get on you Pisces all the time. Y'all don't listen to me. Y'all don't listen to me. But I get on y'all all the time about taking a break and pausing a little bit, okay? Is trying to avoid burnout, all right? So when y'all crash, y'all gonna crash hard, okay? In the sense of you're gonna be knocked out, okay? In the sense of really needing some rest, okay? So hopefully you're getting some rest in between of getting all these things done. But if you're doing everything for everyone else or taking tasks from everyone else, what are they left to do, okay? And they really do want to have a collaborative effort with you, okay? So allow some people, for some, you're going to have to allow people to do what they are meant to do or what you have tasked them to do. Because then it makes it seem like you feel like they're not doing enough or not doing it at your speed, okay? So kind of let go of the reins a little bit in that sense if you're, the leader of a project, okay? Only chime in if it's really a need, okay? Again, you have 15 days from the January full moon until the new moon in February. So remember, January 25th was the full moon in January, okay? To the 9th is 15 days. So there's a need of change that's going to come around, some reevaluating, maybe swapping something with someone else, with another person, and following your intuition to do so, okay? Maybe it has something to do with networking, someone having a little bit better ties with someone else or with another person, which would benefit you to do a swap of some sort, okay? And then on after that, there's 7 days between the new moon and the first quarter moon, okay, that's where your inner strength comes from. Possibly the strength to keep going because you're so tired, maybe mentally exhausted, between mentally and physically exhausted, okay, from trying to get all these pieces together for this project, okay? So again, that's why I say be mindful of listening to your body and resting when you need to, okay? So with that being said, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into your reading, all right? So we're looking at the energy that is encompassing these moon phases, okay? The dates will be in the description box below, okay? If you want to jot them down and kind of place them in your planner to kind of get you situated for the month of February. I like that the dates are spread out in the sense of not putting too much pressure on you to get a lot done. It still leaves wiggle room for you to say, okay, I know I have to do this within maybe give myself 2 days before the 16th to get something done. And you could possibly see an outcome before that date, which means you're ahead, okay? So I like having the space in between to allow wiggle room in the sense of helping you manifest and obtain your goal just strictly organization and pulling off the energy of the moon, okay? Last shuffle here. Cutting the deck by 3. And let's see what is lying in your energy, Pisces. 1 from the top is for new moon energy. 1 from the bottom is for first quarter moon energy. And then 1 energetically from the middle, which my eyes keep going back to this card here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. But it's definitely multiple energies, maybe around full moon on the 24th. You may be the busiest around that time, and that's only to tie up loose ends, okay? To get the ball rolling towards an imminent new project that may unfold in the midst of your main one, okay, if that makes sense. All right, so let's see what's going on with you guys, Pisces. What should be the mindset towards your intention or goal, Pisces, in February? Okay, this is February, and emotions are running high. I shuffle these decks before I get started, and I sit in y'all's energy before I hit record. And I shuffle during your reading. Emotions running high has been pretty much floating through the collectives from each group, like one at a time, okay? I'm not going to pinpoint anyone in particular right now, but this card is now popular, okay, and coming out. I want to say in Gemini's reading, as most recently, I believe, emotions running high may have came out, okay? So emotions are high. I feel like your energy is high come the new moon, okay? New moon energy period is a time where if you pay attention, and I mentioned this in I believe Sagittarius's reading, you feel yourself kind of getting a little bit more creative, more motivated, more determined before the new moon. The new moon again is on the 9th, okay? The 9th is on and I'm like looking at my calendar from a distance. It's on a Friday, okay? So, of course, Fridays are already hyped in themselves, Pisces. So, most of the time, people are, ready to go out, get clubbing, the weekend, things of that nature, okay? But I'm talking about the energy before Friday, okay? Now, you may have some good news, or in the sense of good word coming back, good feedback about something that you find out on Friday, which gets your emotions pretty high and amped up, okay? But definitely, I want to say before that time, you may be feeling really good vibes, feeling really motivated, okay? And so, usually for me, if it's something new that I'm creating, like for my shop or something like that, or an idea that I'm tinkering with, it's usually before the new moon, okay? And so it's very creative energy that comes in, all right? Whether it be by dream or consciously awake, that is possibly where you are come next this Friday coming up, okay? With that new moon energy. So emotions really high, I think, in a good sense, okay? Next, we'll see what happens with the clarifiers, but that's what I'm feeling with that, all right? Next, will or have you made any progress by the first quarter moon, Pisces, which is on the 16th? Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. This is the second time I've seen this come out since I started the readings back up, okay? Your commitment to something is being tested. Now, with emotions running high, there may be this sense of something looming. Maybe as far as, like I said, getting your hands mixed into something too much, or someone being lackadaisical. Now, the person who's being lackadaisical, that energy that's coming up, that person is not a Pisces. They possibly have Pisces somewhere in their chart somewhere that could, play a major role in why they're being lackadaisical about something. It depends on what house in their birth chart, but it's definitely not in the 11th house, because you guys are really social, okay? Pretty social creatures, or they have an opposing sign somewhere in their 11th house that makes them lackadaisical, okay? I'm not going to say what sign. I'm not getting that energy, but it's obviously somewhere in there, okay? But someone's commitment is being tested, and it could be you, Pisces, if you're a sun. These readings are intended for sun sign placements, but someone, either you're going to be testing someone's commitment to doing something, if someone's always dropping the ball on something, or like, oh man, I forgot, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and it's like, no, you need to do it now. Is your is possibly your energy with the running high. Like I said, if you're leading this project, you want things done, by a certain time. And there is the saying of, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. But sometimes if you're in a business situation where you are like a supervisor or a manager, you have to lead by example, but not in the sense of being demanding. Okay, if you gave somebody a timeline, they should be, on that timeline. If they're not, they should have came to you and said, hey, I know I said I could get it done by the end of the week, but I actually need a little bit more time, if that's okay. And so you know what your deadline is. Hopefully did the deadline not too tight where there's no wiggle room. Okay, like I do with these readings, how they're set up. Okay, but commitment is being tested, and for some of you, that energy being high is someone who keeps dropping the ball, and you're wondering why. Okay, so I don't feel like it's you, Pisces. I feel like it's someone who's around you, and they're testing your patience at this point. And so maybe you're trying to figure out how to get around that, or if they have one more ball drop, that might be it for them. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna hit on with that. We'll see what happens with the clarifiers. Next is, has or is the intention or goal being achieved? Has or is the intention or goal being achieved by the full moon on the 24th? And we have Virgo energy here, a time to give rather than take. Okay, a time to give rather than take. Virgo energy here, but this card, if I remember correctly, came up in Scorpio's first reading, I believe, in January. Okay, and so it's a time to give rather than take. Okay, so if you've been thinking about taking responsibility or taking that, I think that's the word that I wanted to use, is responsibilities from someone. Okay, it's a time to give, in the sense of giving that person a chance. There's possibly a good reason or justification for why they dropped the ball, or for whatever happening. So don't take from them, understand, give some understanding. And like I said, if you can stretch it, okay, stretch it. All right, and you know how to justify it. All right, especially if your name is attached to it. Okay, if it's a project that's kind of like entrepreneurial or anything like that, you should, and I think even in business too, you should give some wiggle room, so that way if there are any hiccups, there's no need to rush things, because that's how things get messed up. You want to leave enough wiggle room so things can be dealt with right then and there, in a timely fashion, and almost as if nothing ever happened. It should be effortless. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the clarifiers. We're going to use the general writer's weight, as you already know, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle by threes to clarify this moon phase energy. You do have 2 of Wands here and 3 of Cups. Okay, 2 of Wands and 3 of Cups. Journeying out, maybe trying to see possibly who else could be of assistance to you. Maybe trying to plan something. We do have 3 of Cups here, so some type of communing of some sort, maybe a celebration of a release of something, like I said, a project or something that got approved, and trying to venture out. Again, y'all are Pisces. I ain't trying to get all your business out here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle, and maybe that's all I'm gonna talk about. I'm not gonna look at the center anymore. I'm just gonna shuffle it. So y'all see, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle. I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle so we can go ahead and clarify y'all's energy. All right, Pisces. So one last shuffle here. I ain't trying to say nothing, but I did just see the Eight of Cups. Uh, y'all take that how y'all want, okay? Someone possibly walking away from a situation, or maybe you need to take a time out or a chill pill because someone just keeps on doing the same stuff over and over again and you're tired of giving them chances. But I ain't trying to, mess that person's stuff up. So one from the top was for the new moon energy, one from the bottom for the first quarter moon, and then one energetically from the middle. And a lot of energy on y'all Pisces for real around this full moon, because just the same, I had my eyes kind of going all over the place to a card, and a few cards kept kind of not repeating but kind of getting me back there. We'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is, but full moon, y'all gonna have a lot of decisions to make again because you're just contemplating some things, okay? And again, full moon, my biggest suggestion to you is to re-outline some stuff again to go into March with, okay? That's the best thing I can tell you. Time management, really prioritizing yourself. Really get back into using a planner again, whether it's on your phone or writing it out, okay? So let's see what is clarifying this. Emotions are running high for the new moon. And it is wish fulfillment, okay? Wish fulfillment. Like I said, you guys getting really creative is something for the family, but really wish fulfillment could mean anything extending out. If it's not your blood family, biological family, it could be friends. That is like your second family, okay? I love the vibe of everybody can eat, okay? And so emotions are running high that things are on the up and up to move forward with what it is that you are trying to accomplish, okay? And so really good vibes here. Nothing more to say with that, all right? So that being said, let's move on to first quarter moon energy. Your commitment is being tested, is being clarified by the Lovers, okay? Being clarified by the Lovers. For some of you, it could be a platonic friendship, okay? In the sense of maybe trying to figure out whether or not if this person is good to be in a partnership with, okay? Others of you, it could be a relationship situation, all right? Where, you're feeling like there's some good vibes with this person. Maybe one of you, I don't know if you're, again, someone has Pisces in their chart somewhere, in a particular placement where they are just as secretive, I believe, as you are. And so it could be a situation of maybe they're trying to plan something for you, or they've been trying to surprise you with something, or you to them. And so someone is, just wondering what's going on because it's not your usual behavior. So that could just, be the main thing with it, okay? So I'm not going to stay on that long, but that's for some of you. That's not going to be for everyone. Take what resonates and pass the rest. Lastly, a time to give rather than take. And we have the Empress, okay? The Empress. Again, relationship vibes coming in for some of you outside of those who were more so in the business realm, okay? It's time to give back to your woman. Now, for some of you, like I said, burnout imminent because you've been busy, working. Don't forget about your counterpart, okay? Again, I've been hinting at these readings in in these primary ones to bring back the intimacy, okay? Maybe something for you to look into. Also, the All My Love readings, okay, in regards to love, all right? These readings are supposed to be geared towards really helping you manifest, and maybe you're trying to manifest what you can possibly do to, showcase your woman in a way. and it's better to give to her, or male, okay, get in where you fit in, as far as making them feel like the empress that they are, okay? So it's time to give back in little ways that lead up to something major, okay? So maybe, giving that person thanks for being supportive as you've been trying to, get this work. And so, yes, you may have neglected them a little bit. It's time to kind of give back. All right. So, with that being said, let's look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is of the energy. And it's the Star card, okay? Aquarius energy, which is the next sign in your group. Again, y'all always end up connecting in some way to another sign that's in your group, for sure, and also sometimes to water signs sometime, okay? Your counterpart water signs. Now, healing is necessary, okay? Again, make your person feel like the star in which they are in your relationship, okay? If you've been kind of rash towards them because you've been kind of, and not just them, but family as well, if you've been kind of stressed in a way where, you just seem to be kind of short or short tempered, okay, is something that you need to apologize for, Pisces. It was in one of your readings, I think, one time in the Bring Back the Intimacy, where, if you're going through something pretty rough at work, you seem to kind of push it off on your spouse or your family. Not, purposely, not purposely, just, not really thinking of what you're doing or what you're saying and if it's affecting them, okay? So if you've been feeling like family has been a little bit distant towards you, or kind of short, or like it's okay or whatever exactly, you may need to make it up to them in some kind of way, okay? And healing needs to be done, all right? In the sense of just reminding everyone that you don't mean to take it out on them. It's just work has been kind of whatever, and it's time to heal, okay? Do something fun with the family, things like that, all right? But really listen to them and where their feelings are when it comes to you being stressed out with work, okay? You got to find a work-life balance in the sense of whatever happens at work and personal, platonic friendships and things like that, you've got to disconnect it when you're coming home, okay? Because your person is not with you 8 hours of the day, but they sure do think about you, okay? So, return the favor. So now we're going into the Making Magic deck, which we ask the question of what is the message of support to achieve or manifest for Pisces? What is the message of support to achieve or manifest for Pisces? Universe is already saying at least 3 messages for you guys, Pisces. If something else pops out, I'll take it. But I'm just going to do light shuffles here before we cut the deck. And I'm going to stop there. And we'll pull going directly to the bottom until we get your 3. Okay? So, new energy alert. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Feel free to like and subscribe so that way you can be notified the next time I post for your sign. We have Mystic Star, okay? Mystic Star, which says harmony in the home and great friendships, okay? Harmony in the home and great friendships, okay? So some of you, again, this is what you're leading up to with this 10 of Cups being here and healing, okay? Everyone will understand, especially, don't want to make it seem like that, but if you're the breadwinner of the house and you put yourself on that pedestal of providing for the home, it is very stressful, and everyone can understand from that standpoint. So it's some compromise that can be done in the home, making some harmony in the sense of everyone just pitching in together to really be a true family again, okay? In the sense of kids helping out, with mom or dad, whatever the situation may be, that makes it a little bit easier. Not getting in trouble in school, doing their homework, helping out, like I said, around the house, things like that if you have children. If it's a relationship situation, your person takes the time to make sure, maybe they don't have you cooking for the night. Maybe they cook, or maybe they get you your favorite dinner or your favorite snacks, things like that, just to say, hey, I was thinking about you. I know, work's been kind of tough, but here's a little something for you. Okay. That's them trying to keep, you kind of grounded and centered at home. Okay. Because work is work, home is home. All right. Next message for you guys, Pisces, is protection. Okay, protection. New energy alert. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. Okay, strong protective magic for the family and the home. Now, if you are someone who is either spiritual or religious, maybe it's been a time where it's been kind of hard to like go to church or anything like that. If you do that, but just pray over the family and the home again. Maybe that standard traditional thing of praying over the meal, things like that. Not saying it's something that you used to do but you don't do anymore, okay? Because it's all about work as of lately, okay? And so you do feel as though you have to protect the home, and so that is what you are doing by providing in a way. But take the time to just say a prayer and be thankful for your family and friends and protecting your home in a way. So I would suggest, of course, the usual sage. If there's been a lot of, not high hostility, but just a little, tightness in the air, it's time to, let your house breathe a little bit. Get that negative energy out. Do some sage. Palo Santo is more so for protection. I also, if you look in the description box below or my About Me page, you will see a link to my Etsy shop, and I do have Palo Santo available. And also, I think I still have it available. I don't think I took it off. But also my Ancestor Blessing Spray, which has 9 essential oils in it. You can spray that around your home, and it provides protection. It's sprayed in every room, 4 corners of every room. Say your favorite prayer, and spray it over yourselves as well. And it's a very calming spray. You can use that at night before you go to sleep also. All right. So kind of look into that. It's nothing, negative, but it's just to cleanse your home of that stress and anxiety that's probably been looming because everyone's been on the go so much. Okay. Lastly is triple spiral. Okay. Triple spiral, which says listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Okay. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Okay. You guys have probably been through a lot, you and your family, and now, the time has come where, again, all that hard work is paying off and has paid off. And now, again, giving support and thanks where it's due to family for supporting you and putting up with your crap. Okay. And don't make it a thing where you let it go on too long, where maybe you said it imminently throughout the year, last year, or leading into this year, but it falls on deaf ears when you're not around. Okay. And that could be the major thing that is the main message from your family right now. Okay. They know what you're trying to do and they do appreciate you for it, but they miss you. Okay, you as who you used to be before work really took over. Okay, they miss that version of you, Pisces. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of return back to that and not get so lost in work, because one thing's for certain, we cannot take what we own with us, okay? We leave that to our loved ones when we're gone, all right? So you don't want it to be kind of that type of situation. Not saying that that's happening to you, but I'm just saying to put things in perspective, okay? Um, they love you, and they really do support you, and they appreciate everything that you do for them, but they miss you. They miss your personality. They miss your lightheartedness. They miss that, okay? And it's been absent for a bit, all right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into what is the energy of your present self right now, Pisces. What is the energy of your present self? This is the Elemental Oracle deck that we're checking in on your present energy with. These originally were in the general sneak peeks and blended in with the monthly manifestations. We're going to go to the bottom of the deck to see where your energy is presently for your present self. And the soul passion. Pisces, you can correct me if I'm wrong and, put it in the comments, but I believe this was part of your January's, okay? What is your passion? What are you really aiming for, okay? And that could be for only some of you, okay? Others of you, it could just be a situation of truly just crying out in full happiness and joy of just, maybe being tired of being tired and finally getting a breakthrough, okay? But you do have the number 14 here, protecting, yourself, your family, following your intuition, primarily when it comes to professionalism, your work life, and whatever you're aiming for, equals out to 5. And it's time for a change, okay? It could be a personal growth change. It could be a change of scenery. Like I said, we saw the 2 of Wands, okay? And just tears of joy, okay? Not sadness, but of joy, okay? And so, even though I read it in probably your January reading, I'm still going to read it here just in case for those who are new to the channel and coming in on these messages, these readings late, okay? You do have darkness, moon, number 7 underneath, Pisces energy for sure, coming in on that one. This is fire energy, again, passion, the soul. What is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive, okay? Your passion is that to provide for your family, and that's all fine and good. Don't get upset with your family when they keep on, getting on you about not being present. It's only that they're talking about who you truly are, not the work you, but the personal you that's usually at home, okay? What really drives you is providing for your family, okay? So, if you're going to do that, you're going to, want some time to yourself and you want some rest, but also make sure you spend some time with those who have been supportive of you the most, okay? That you do everything for, okay? Your resistance lies in those who question you and your motives. I think more so for Pisces, but you have to understand it's coming from a loving place, okay, Pisces? Not to belittle you or not appreciate what you do, but really missing who you are, okay? Don't get so lost in work so much that you become a totally different person, okay? So Pisces, we're going to get into what is the potential energy for your higher self to wrap up your reading, okay? What is the potential energy of your higher self, Pisces? One last shuffle here. Definitely, Pisces, emotionally and mentally, things will come to a head come full moon, as it usually does, okay? But in a way of healing, all right? Not of frustration. We have the law of relativity, okay? The law of relativity, all right? Definitely new energy alert. Definitely welcome you guys to the channel, all right? This is your higher self, your potential energy for your higher self, Pisces. You are divinely perfect. Live your truth. You are divinely perfect. Live your truth, okay? This person seems to be like basking in the sun in a way. I feel like this energy of you guys have, work down to a science, okay? Really intermingling with people, things of that nature. Law of relativity is on page 11. Some form of enlightenment for you guys coming of what it is that you truly want, not what you don't want. That is the month of February in itself, as it is the second month of the year, okay? And remember that the year itself is equaling out to 8, which means some form of balance this year, okay, Pisces? So it says here, any situation where you are experiencing suffering is a blessing in disguise. It is your soul's way of communicating that you are not living in the absolute truth of who you are. Also, it is a divine experience for you to realize what works for you, what does not work for you, and to live in alignment with your relative truth. This test is the great design of the personal factor of life. It is time for you to follow your heart and arrange life in a way that informs universal law into motion. It is time for you to wake up and claim a life of presence, passion, and purpose. Emancipation from suffering is your birthright. That, my dear Pisces, is very powerful, okay? Emancipation from suffering is your birthright, okay? You've had a very hard life, Pisces, and nobody knows it better than you and God, okay? And it's time to wake up and claim a life of presence, okay? Be present in the moment, Pisces, okay? Where in life are you experiencing imposter syndrome? Do you alter who you are to fit into the world? Decide to be 100% authentically yourself. Live your truth, okay? That is something that I do discuss a little bit in the Tap Into Your Soul readings. If you're not familiar with them, you can check them out. They're also on my channel if you look in the playlist. Talks about that, I think, a little bit between Virgo energy and Scorpio energy. So you could have those signs in your birth chart. Just an honorable mention, okay? Of really being a different person with different people, okay? Like I said, work-life balance. If you can't be 100% yourself between those two, with a little gray area, because some people may not be able to take a full cup of Pisces, okay? Y'all be doing the most sometimes, but I vibe with y'all because y'all are in my 11th house, so I don't mind y'all at all, okay? But nonetheless, this is a beautiful reading that I think is eye-opening, and maybe this is the universe trying to force you guys to actually take a chill for a minute and really recenter yourselves before you get back into it again, and to change the narrative of how you operate between family life and work balance situations, okay? Preliminary readings are coming back this month, okay? I'll be in full swing. So until then, Pisces, peace.